Barberology. CPT Lounge.
Guys, welcome to the second episode of the Barberology CBT Lounge. Tonight, I have a couple of barbers on board with me, and each one of them have history with me in gentspride. So they also have part in gentspride. As for Brian is a new barber, but he has been a client. Decided to get into my barber classes years later, and also 2 years later, he started ending up being a barber at gentspride. So yeah, tonight each one of them will introduce themselves, where they come from, how did they start, and how did they end up with gentspride. So yeah. Okay, so tonight we will introduce Faiez, aka Keff, all the way from Hiddefield. Childhood friend. So yeah, Faiz, can you give us more bit of a background where you come from and how you started and how you ended up being a barber, starting out as a barber? Just 'n klein bietjie en where you are now in your life as a chef. Geef ons maar net 'n vinnige breakdown af, boy.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Faiz Oman, also known as Keff. Nobody actually knows what Keff means, so I'm going to break it down.
Keff is dark.
In South Africa, Keff is affiliated with everything black, apparently. But I completely changed that concept to say cool, attractive Faiz. That was my barber name as well. All right, so I was Keff. Nevertheless, I grew up in Heideveld, a very poor community back in the days when we were growing up. In fact, it's still poor now. I just came from there today, and it reminded me how poor Heideveld is. I grew up in Heideveld in a very poor family. So, yeah, I grew up in a very poor family. And then I got into cutting hair because I wanted to actually make my own pocket money. I wanted to have some form of monetary income.
Sekjel.
Money for the
Ah.
pocket. Sack geld. I wanted
Yes.
to have sack geld on weekends. So I got involved in cutting my uncle's friend's hair because my uncle was part of the infamous group gang called the IOs.
IOs.
IOs
All the way
were-
from Heideveld.
All the way from
Shout out to
Heideveld.
the IOs.
Kiali. Lippe. Julian. All the IOs, you know who you are. You know who you are. So shout out to all the IOs for supporting my hustle back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that time I still used to charge them R5 a haircut, and it wasn't perfect, but they were the people that I started cutting hair on.
Okay,
Back in the day.
around about what year was that?
If I go back, I must have been 13 years old. I was in high school. I can remember that I was playing football for Hellenic that time. So I needed taxi fare also to get to Hartleyville to go and practice that side. So cutting hair was one of those things that I knew, at least I knew that I had a taxi fare to go to play football. So that all happened in a very early stage, and I thought to myself, you know what, I can actually make money out of this. And it started growing on me. The more I used to cut hair, the better I became at it. That time it wasn't like I explained to Brian earlier on. That time it wasn't you going to a shop and you go buy you just go buy a machine like today. You had to go in your mom moet Louis toe gegaan het. Hij moet sy jou account opgemaak het vir jou en af te betaal.
24 months.
You know what I
24
mean?
months.
Then you use that machine. Dan moet jy nou elke maand hy machine se geld terugbetaal. But that is basically how it was. You didn't even have money to go and buy a machine like today where you can just go into the shop and buy a machine. So you had to buy it on films.
Okay. So in your barber experience or where you started out cutting hair, even for myself, we were friends and we knew one another since young, and we went to the same school. No, Catherine.
Yeah, we attended the same school.
Laat sy was mos in die Kosa klas.
It was eintlik in the sign language class. It was in the sign language class because
Anyway.
my Xhosa verstaan.
100%. So bro, so give us a bit of background, man. So where you started for the first time in a barber, like starting to cut hair, like on a level of dealing with actual customers that pays for the haircut. So just a bit of that, and where you ended up.
How this actually came about is the fact that uh, I needed I needed some monetary income because I was studying. I went to study, and I needed to be able to study, and I needed to have some money. So then I thought to myself, I need to get money and I need to study. So I can fall back on doing this, fall back on cutting hair, because that is one skill that never left me over the years, even though I went into a number of different other industries. And then I thought to myself, okay, let me do this. And then I went back to Eideveld. I started cutting out of my grandfather's one of his rooms. And then it wasn't lucrative. It didn't work for me because of the fact that because I didn't have a client base, because of the fact that I stopped cutting, and then there was a number of different types of Tokolosi barbers opening up in Heidelberg. And you know what I'm talking
The
about,
foreign
Evie?
money, yeah, the
Yeah,
foreign guys.
a number of these barbers shops that opened up, and they had a client base, and people. The youngster that was coming up nowadays, they didn't know, because the guys that I used to cut, they left the market already. So and then I reached out to you and told you that, listen, I'm cutting here in Eideveld, but it's not lucrative for not working hours. There was times when I used to make 40 rand a day in Eideveld,
Struggle
because
is real, bro.
brother.
Struggle
Now
is
can you
real.
imagine? I had to mark one golf 1800. You know the golf that I had, no?
Ah,
That thing was heavy on petrol. Now I had to
hey,
check, yo, I must still get home, bro.
10 rand petrol.
You know what I mean? The struggle was real, bro. There's no
Yeah.
doubt the struggle was
Oh,
real.
yeah.
Nonetheless, um, 40 rand a day. And then I thought to myself, nah, this is not going to cut it for me. It's not going to work. So that's one of the reasons why I thought to myself, hey, but Adil's got a barber in Bonteville. And Adil, I know Adil's well known in Bonteville, and he's got a client base already. Maybe I should reach out. And lo and behold, not even long after I reached out, the man told me, you know what, there's space for you. Come around. Uh, I've got space for you, and you can come and cut here. I got here. I looked at the place. The place was raw, and I thought to myself, okay, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Let's make this work, because
Oh,
there
yeah.
was nothing going on here, right? What you guys see today, all the lights and all of these things, there was nothing like that. This was raw. It was dusty. It was just me and him, cutting with flip flops, um, complaining about this customers Sahara what was it you know what I mean, because he started getting rashes on the feet
Yeah.
because of the hair. Anyway, so yeah, then I reached out to him. Within my first week, I told my wife, you know what, I'm not sweet I came here, because I went home. I could go home and I could buy groceries for that first week's pay. And I thought to myself, yeah, this is something I'm going to. And I never looked back, until I got to the point where I had to tell Adi, listen, you know what, I'm going to continue in my dream. What I want to do, I'm going to continue with my studies. Um, and I got the opportunity to do that. And Alhamdulillah, um, my studies is paid and everything. And I then became a chef. And then I took it further. And after that, I went to go and study again to become a teacher. So now I'm teaching cooking. And that is basically what I'm doing now. But I've never left the barbering scene, because I still cut my son's hair every now and then. And not every now and then, it's a weekly thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he wants to look fresh for school, so I need to cut his hair.
Yeah,
So,
now
yeah, that
okay,
is.
so now that is his story. And okay, he's referring to the time when I started out in this in this area, not the area of Bontebel, but where I live now. I had to, like the last time I spoke about the shooting and the war, the gangsters and the shooting, all of that. So I had to come home due to that incident that took place in my barbershop. And when I started at home, start creating my own barbershop, and that's the time when Faiz become part of the gentspride family. Yeah, but let's go over to Mr. Mr. Brett, the breadwinner. The breadwinner, the one and only breadwinner in the house, man. Give it up to breadwinner. Right, so guys, here's the breadwinner. The man who, the most loved barber in Cape Town. So yeah, Brody is going to give us a short breakdown of his career, how he started as a barber. And I think barbering was the only thing he actually did in his whole life, besides rhino boards and goede. So Wasif is okay. This is Wasif Go, aka by the name the breadwinner, as you know him on social media. So he's gonna give you a short story, how he started out as a barber, what age you start working with gentspride, and how did you progress working alongside me for the 5 years, and how you find yourself being back at gentspride after 5 years. Go for it, boy.
Yeah, okay. So, as you know, the name is Wasif, and yeah, so I started from since primary school. It was like a I think grade 7. Yeah, so I started doing this hair cutting, like fantasy hair cutting. Is almost like doing it with the rubbers and the rulers, School, high school friends, they know that is where I come from. Cutting hair and so on. Yeah, so 2010, I started taking barbering seriously. So I started cutting my cousin's hair. That time I didn't even have a price, but the word of mouth, it actually went around. Like the people in the road asked me how much in a charge for the children's hair. I'm like, that time I didn't even have a price. Okay, I started from 10 rand, asking 10 rand at the time. I started cutting for 10 rand, and as I was growing, and that's the first thing I did in 2010. Yeah, if I'm right, I also left school, high school. Yeah, so I started my own journey, cutting hair for money and so on. I was a mechanic, helping my stepdad out there with cars, with cars and stuff, and that didn't work for me. I made more money on my own cutting hair as cutting for 10 rand at the time. So yeah, I was doing that, and I never worked for any other company though. Only thing I did it was only cutting hair, and that actually brought me very far. Starting from 10 rand, went up to 20 rand, and 20 rand was very lot at that time.
Okay, so so we need to start working on your own, bro. Like in remember the windows where you actually started making business out before you came to me. So just give us so a short, you know, breakdown on
Yeah,
that.
so as you know, from Pontyville, I'm growing up in Pontyville. I started the clientele started expanding, grew, and Pontyville was in that time it was a lot to take, because making business as an entrepreneur, you have to deal with a lot of things, and streetwise you must be streetwise, because I didn't have a shop of my own, so I had to go to the houses. So I did house call at the time. I used my feet, and so I came to all the clients I had, and then I started thinking I'm like buy my own place, man, and it was my own Wendy. I bought it. At that time I was still say 18, 19, and I bought my own Wendy, and started cutting from home, my own out of my own place, and it was actually but successful. But the only thing is that gangsterism, and that was a big impact on my
Uh, it,
on my business.
it always affect, yeah, it always affect
Yeah,
the
it was
barber shops
impact on my business.
even the shops on the stoops there in Bonteville. So um so how long did you um run that business in that windows? For how long did you cut like that on your own?
So ever since I started my own business on cutting out of my Wendy, it was like I kept out for about it was about going on for a year, and the second year it was almost like at the time it's not gonna go anyway. And I remember I was still coming to you to come cut my hair by you,
Yeah, service to
and
the client.
you always ask me how's the business.
Uh,
How's your business doing? I tell you always, nah, my clients is good. I have my clients, and this business is good. Even though at that time it wasn't going that good,
mm.
but I had a basic clientele.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is most how it is, man. Simple.
So I remember, yeah, you asked me also, nah, but if you wanna come here, you wanna come cut here once or whatever, you free, you're welcome to come and join us or so on. I told you, okay, now I will have that in mind. and I still
So
did my own thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
so around about what year was that when you start working for Gentspride?
that was I was 19. I can remember it was 2000. What was 2018? What 18?
No, I mean I think it's 2014 around about no?
14 or something like that.
14,
Yeah,
11, 14, 11, 13,
for 2013.
2013, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2013.
2013, yeah. So okay, so
That's after I left.
yeah,
Because I had to go and study 2013. So
yeah, you're right, yeah.
So
The time
yeah,
when Faiz left, you started here. That
I
was,
actually came here
what year
when
was it?
I came here
2013.
just before he's left. Yeah, so I can still remember I came here. I
Hmm.
asked, okay, Adil, so on a Friday morning, I can remember. I woke
Yeah,
up.
right. Ik ken
I
je nou niet.
think I woke up. I think to myself, you know what? I'm not gonna go back to my place, to my windy place, because it's going like how can I say, I'm not making business because the people that want to come there. My business is located because of the shooting and stuff. So I think to myself, okay, now I'm gonna go to Adil and I'm just gonna ask Adil if there's a seat open for me. And I came here and I asked you, and it was just you and Kif.
Yeah,
And I asked you, Adil, is there a seat open? And you just told me, yeah, come. Like, okay, I wanna go get my tools. I go get my tools, open up the window. I was like, close that window. I come back here. That Friday I worked here and it was actually going. I was very good
and 5 years
for
later.
very good for the first day.
5 years later. And 5 years later, he was working 5 years later.
Yeah.
After that day, 5 years later.
After
So,
that day,
um,
6 years later.
yeah, 6 years.
Six
So,
years later. Yeah.
let me just break it down. That stukje op brood, akka breadwinner. Okay, that's why he was brood the barber, not breadwinner and all of that shit. There was no
Remember,
social media.
I
There was
remember,
no Instagram and that shit.
I remember. I still bought my first car also. Yeah.
Yeah, you,
My
yeah. Hy het sy eerste
a
kar hier
Mazda 323.
323. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
immaculate condition. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Aircon in everything. Aircon in everything.
Hy wag
Limited.
Hey bro, die man promote so maar baie sy kar. Ja. Kyk hier naai man. Kyk hier, but you know what? We love here, no? As you can see, you guys see us. This is what we do, and this used to be, and it's always been our environment in the barbershop. Like this, like we will pick on each other, but not personal, like just have fun. Jy weet as jy bietjie verkeerd Engels praat, daar's altyd een wat hoor jy praat verkeerd Engels. En daar's altyd een wat jy wil rectify.
Chirp.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, we like to chirp each other. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, with Wasif, he was working 5 years alongside me, no? And yo, it's
6
been
years. Yeah.
6 years, 6 years, and that was, I mean, that was in the prime, not of my business, but in the prime of Jeans Pride when we were established on the other side of Bonteville. Like, Mania, we used to work from a black book. So we work until that book, that day, the people on that book is done. There's no time for going home. Ek moet nou hier wees, sy gaan huis toe, sy klaar gewerk het. That was the time before COVID, all those couple of years before COVID. Uh, I mean, that was a struggle. There was money. There's always been money in barbering, but that time that was the hardship of our careers, even my career, because what I experienced in my success and how I become successful in what I do, it's because of them, because I've learned a sticky of each and every barber that worked with me. I didn't do this by my own. Whatever it is, maybe the way he keeps the cutthroat or the way he uses the scissor, but for some reason, there's just something I always deal with. I say, okay, right, too. I see you do it nogal lekker like that. I do it this way, but I think that way is nogal a bit. You know what I mean? I'm not scared to say, man. I learn from the younger barbers. I'm here because I'm human. I learn, my bro. There's lots of things you learn. I can be the best only of my own version, but then he's also being the best of him in his version, what he is. So maybe I steal a bit of his version and use it, mix it up with my version, which makes it my version because it's my own mixer. But yeah, guys, it's been Yo, it's been like long years. It's been 20 odd years later. And I mean, Pruitt has been here for 6 years. He left, I think, for 4 years,
For
five, 4, 5.
4 to 5 years, yeah.
He left. He started his own business.
Own business.
He met his kin here in this barber. He's got the light here. She's
Yeah.
big now. Okay, the man is actually has like a couple of kinners now. Hey, like a couple of family, no? A couple of families. This
Couple of
barbering, I mean, this
families.
barbering don't come with jokes, bro.
Yeah.
The networking is on another level, bro.
Yeah. Especially the
Yeah.
baby mamas.
Yeah.
The baby mamas.
Yes, Nike. Okay, so yeah. Now with that being said, Wasif left and you went out there to go, you know, go try to find himself, and obviously he became older, more mature, and started knowing money, having cars, like success, and he started going out there. He had a bit of experience of how to maintain a business, and it's not a joke to maintain that. To maintain a business, like, don't go out there and just go cut hair and slat hook you. Remember, you become famous, you become popular. More people is coming, not only Bonteville people, other people from other locations come to your place. They come to you, they want to see you as being professional. So Bonteville people, they are fine with you cutting in pajamas or whatever it is, or whatever. Of jy kos sommer net so ietjie kooi tussen net, no, it's just fine, man. But once you deal with outsiders, people come, they look at all those kind of things. Daar you dress, yeah. So, yeah, nee, Wasif left and Wasif went to work for himself. Something happened in his life. Lots of things happen in our lives, setbacks and all of that. And he ended up working with Clipper Killer, which Clipper Killer, Character Baba also used to work with us, with me and Wasif at the time. He's also a former barber of gentspride. And they started establishing another business, like the Ganza store. Then actually ended up working there. So something also happened there, and then Wasi find himself 2023 or 2024? 2023. So 2024, Wasif made, the return of the dragon. The man.
Turning to Manchester United.
Yeah, Nike. 2020, 2024, the man make a comeback back to James Pride. The man is on fire. The man is hard working like ever. Like last I know him. Yeah, he's got a bit, other lifestyle, flashy lifestyle. The man likes to be on a level and whatever with the wifey and things like that. I'm not, spelling whatever it is. Maar jy moet nie alles hier is wat ek sê nie, but yeah. But guys, Wasif, Aka breadwinner, he explained to you like shortly how he ended up being a barber and what he went through and all of that. So we will come back to the main topic of this episode, but we are going over to Brian, who is the newest barber in Gentspride. He's still training, he's on training, so he's learning. As he go every day, he's learning, he's learning. He's been here now for 3 years, 3 months, 4 months. Okay, 4 months, 4 months. So Brian has been here now for 4 months. So Brian will quickly explain to you guys his journey and how his journey started in this short period of time. So yeah, Brian.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank everyone for just giving me the opportunity for the platform, being here.
Away.
Yeah, my experience from barbering, I actually come from a corporate industry to come to barbering. Stuff didn't work out, life happens, so yeah, you have to go to the next thing, next best thing. Barbering, it's always been part of my life. From a small age, from a young age actually, where they sent you to the barbershop and that brother just cut everything off. You look,
Ah,
you don't even look nice.
yeah, nice.
Yes, hair in your, yeah, behind your ears, in the neck, in front, eyebrow, waarin jy sny net en nagatan.
The imperfections.
Yeah. And that time is with the belt and everything, what will you just get back?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
hulle gooi vir jou. But like barbering actually saved my life a few times already. In Bonteville. In Bonteville, growing up in Bonteville is like everyone has a backgrounds. We all coming from humble beginnings. Single parents, no father present. But you have to grow up like breadwinner. I was also the breadwinner in my family. Worked in the corporate industry. I put all my siblings through school, and supported my mother at the same time. And you have to support yourself at the same time as well. So there's a lot dependent from you. I want to be a different mirror or a different version where my brothers and sisters see in Pontyville or in a colored community, where the best thing is just going to be a gangster, shooting people for a pair of a tracksuit or a pair of sneakers.
For drugs, yeah.
Yeah, for drugs, you understand. I wanted to show them there's something more to life. Wherever I go, it's like it's not always a success story. There's failures before you have to fail before you can succeed in life. You understand? And I approach life like in a boxing match. They knock you down. I wait for the 8 count before I get up again.
Us,
Because
yeah.
you can't get up and then they will knock you down again because it's you didn't learn from the mistake you made. So that's why I take the 8 count and I just carry on with life. Coming back to barbering, my sons, I believe, I'm their hero. When I come in the door, they greet you, they run and they scream and they shout and they jump. So I just wanted them, as they grow up, to have a decent haircut, nice haircut. They look always sharp, always well groomed, always well dressed.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that is my goal. And I have a different approach for barbering. I don't want to be a goat or a sheep or a lion or
Hey,
egg and whatever.
say
I
louder,
just want to
louder.
improve what I have now. You understand? Give them a decent haircut, and if the clientele comes.
So,
But
okay, Brian, give us more how you ended up like literally becoming into the hair industry slowly, like by starting out. I think it was in COVID,
yeah, go
no,
with
when you
this.
started being part of the barber classes that I used to
Your host is.
render, and yeah, take it from there and then just run down until where you are now. How?
Yeah, COVID. COVID. Yeah, we started. I actually started to take the barbering actually serious. Joining classes as you mentioned, and driving out to what's that, Lotus, driving out there, doing that, practicing at home, and then a few other job opportunities come, and I took that, because we all need money, so
Oh
money
yeah.
need to survive, and then barbering took like a back step, and then I just continued practicing on my voice aids, understand, and then from there, um, contracts finished. Wasn't employed. I was unemployed, so I thought, yeah, I have a clip here. I might put this to use, man, and just do something about it, man. So then I don't know if you can remember. I asked you like a few years back. I think this was the fourth time I asked you if I can join you on the team, and were you able to take me on?
Yeah, yeah, I can
Yeah,
remember you were a client also.
yeah, I
So
was
you've
a
been
client
cutting here
also.
by me also, like in your second eldest son.
Yeah, I was a client, yeah, first and foremost. And then I just decided, okay, I'm gonna see where this barbering taking me. See, previously before this 4 months, I was at another barber shop. Family member, Samir, Kingspride. He
Shout
gave
out King's Pride.
Sarah Samir. Yeah, he gave me the basic for haircuts. As you go along, you have to pick up everything, steal with the eye, and go on. So I'm like a very ambitious person. So I thought now I want to take my barbering skill to the next level, man. And I know there's a lot of barbers that came out of gentspride. So I just want to feel like also want to be one of those people, man. And represent from Pontyville. Get that Pontyville fade.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, shout out to my tough face from Pontyville.
Top face from
So yeah,
Pontiac.
that's how my journey started, and it's still continuing. As every day you have to grind every day, learn every day. So yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. That was Brian's story. So each barber gave a little background of themselves. So guys, tonight is actually the topic will be about positive energy and teamwork. That is the reason why I brought this guys here. No, that is the topic. So I just want to like generalize over these two things, like how we always make our environment like liquor positive, liquor funny. Like I said previously in the other episode, like I always post funny videos on TikTok. I always post on Facebook or on Instagram because I'm a person. My sideline job is photography, so I like to capture moments, man, like funny moments especially, and not only funny moments, but moments when I see you do something good, and I see this is something it gives me like yo, this bra actually progressing like a lot, then I I'm like that. I choose to make a video clip because something good. I can send it to him. It can motivate him. Maybe later the evening, the same day, the evening, he can look at it and see yo. And I didn't even see it from that side, from the camera side. I saw it just like as a barber, just trying to get this thing perfect, but the camera showed me something different. So, guys, let's start base with the boys on the positive energy in the barber. Before I'm gonna ask questions, I'm just gonna give you like the reason why I I bring this to the podcast because I would like other barbershops must maybe learn from this because in work environments you get always that the hatsigheid and the hatred and the jealousy stuff like this barber has more clients and that barber and this barber and die barber and die barber because almal het dit se op hulle skoue which daai maak jy vir ons kwyn. No, daai maak jy vir ons kwyn. But gentspride, I'm the owner. I'm the one who's running the show and I make sure all my barbers eat. They cut. I make sure they cut and they gain a customer every given day. So that is I like that positive feel. And I like people to feel also comfortable in my barbershop and feel that there's growth and there's a future for them. Maybe not for a long time, but there is a future for the period of time to where they see this going for them as a barber in the career of barbering. Okay, guys, so soos julle weet, ons sit hier. Brood, sy's een van die main characters waar dit kom by jy weet ons energy is altyd op 'n level man. We as Gentspride and guys that have been working with me, even Brian were here now for 4 months. Brian, can you just give like just your version of what I'm trying to say here? Since you've been here for 4 months, how we work in a positive environment and how we, you know, work as a team. In your experience, because you're actually a testimony to what we're actually now trying to say and speak about. So yeah, Brian, it's just a short, whatever it is you experience it. This is not prep. This is his version that's coming out of his mouth right now.
Yeah. Yes, but what you call it. Being a barber is very difficult. You get days where you sit here and nothing is going on, but the entertainment and the learning and the characters that's in the barbershop, you won't get nowhere else. You understand? The support is there. They will pick you all day. If you have that one customer, they will pick you. Because you're sweating here, you're trying to perfect this haircut, but the sweat is not fading. And you just see everyone is laughing, but then you get like Broad, it's not a lot of customers. Then we and Broad, we have like a relationship.
Sorry, Mike.
Like a relationship. Same like yeah, there's nothing to do with it. We try stuff, man, but you say you're gonna make me look like someone in the picture, but you can see the stuff.
That's not picturing.
Yeah, no picturing, but you need to have a positive atmosphere here. Very approachable. Everyone's helping each other, especially when I'm here deep down here. I will see Brood is laughing here next to me, but he will leave. He will ask his customer if he can assist me quickly, and he will help me, and then there we go. Finish the haircut, and here we go. So I like that. Supportive, everything is there. So yeah.
Yeah, we had
Shout out, Brood.
yeah, guys, with Brian's situation, like he can speak for himself, man. We always there. In our barbershop, we don't really judge how you cut because all the barbers, most of the barbers, or all the barbers that came into the barbershop, there's always something they can't do. And we here as a family inside this small little barbershop, we try to grow together and learn from one another. So I'm one person that share all my knowledge with whoever, even the youngsters that comes from the street. even for 10 minutes in a barbershop, they need to perfect, they need to understand this. We give them opportunity, bring 'n kop aan, 'n sny sy, dan doen sy eie ding. Right now. So, Faiz, you are one of the funniest characters, personalities, my bro.
You
Ek
don't
kan nou
say.
weet in fucking hoe lang ek jou ken.
You don't say.
En ons twee was op 'n level van ons hou van sing, karaoke, ons hou van kakpraat, ons hou van alles. En nog kakpraat. En ons raak nie kwaad nie because ons is limitless in ons te kakpraat. But Faiz, sê gou vir hulle daar hoe vibe ons.
Yeah, I can say one thing. If you don't have humility, and you come into a barbershop, you know that people make jokes about each other on a constant. So you learn different types of jokes. And they come into place when when you never expect, right? Like Broad knows when he came in here and I gave him the name Songa, right? Nobody knew what I was talking about, but we know in Kosa, it's Broad the Songa.
As
That
yeah.
was his name, Songa, right? Broad,
Ay Songa baba.
before he came here today, right? Het die man vir hom gelotion en gepotion. Right? You can see the man is looking like a vasse
AKA
'n vasse 3
Icon.
rand. Right? Hy lê so 'n
Icon.
vasse 3 rand vandag, right?
Icon.
So so if you can't take it, right, don't dish it out. That's
Yes, yeah.
basically what it was about in the barber. And there was times when like when I used to take on Aden and like I used to tell him like, sy's nou die enigste Indian wat ek nog sien, né? Wat nou voetbal gespeel het en man het sy 'n korne kry aan maak sy 'n winkel. You know? And the customers, he knows. Hy's die enigste Indian. Hy kan voetbal speel, 'n korne kry en op hy korne maak hy 'n winkel. And I used to tease him a lot where that was concerned because he used to call me Zulu, I used to call him the Indian. And then when the shops got open over here, and I'm like, bro, is opgecheck daar by Pakistani bro. So if you're dishing out, you must be able to take it as well.
Oh yeah.
But the main thing here is creating a vibe, creating an atmosphere for the customer to come in here and have a laugh while he's busy cutting his hair, to make the customer feel like, you know what, at gentspride, I don't even need to go cut my hair there. I'm just gonna sit there. You know, I'm just gonna sit in the environment because there's many times when the people they know
A lot of people.
on a Friday.
A lot of people, yeah. Like a lot of people used to do that, no? They used to just come here. My bro, one bra come cut. There's 7 bras working.
Yeah.
You ask, hey, my bro, you gonna cut? No, you gonna cut? You gonna cut? No, bro, no, bro. No, he's gonna cut. Oh, ons nou wat mag julle almal naas ko saam bawe toe.
Daar is 'n ding hier, ons het ook ouens het hulle nou bygeklap vir die bras hare kom. Wat gaan dan met jou hare bro? Hulle nou bygeklap dat sy nou hier kan kom, you know? And now you would tease the customer, they would start laughing and create a vibe. The next time you know that bra came with him, but that bra came to visit him. He's not gonna come from wherever it is he's living. And he's gonna come cut his hair here because he's smart with vibe. He wants to be here, he wants to see what's happening. And so he becomes a part of the family. And the next thing you know, you've got a customer for life. That customer maybe got a skill. Now you find out, hey, bras a Tyler. Ha! Unwasted!
Right, kry jy Tyler prys.
Nou sluit dit die man se feit in. Kyk as die man wil eens uit huis toe gaan om hy wil net in die spieël wees.
Yes.
Hy is altyd in die spieël, dan sê my bro.
Away.
Next time as jy kom, maar bring jou Tyler mos in saam.
Away.
Maar raak jy gewoon net 'n bietjie nie dis
Ja, Tyler se miskien die kar uit binne, die golfie.
The next thing you know, die man is hier. Tyler se nie golf.
Ons my brood se kar Tyler kry wat.
But nonetheless, this is how it went in the barber. This is the vibe
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to create. This is the atmosphere you want for your customers because you want them to feel like, you know what, I want to cut my hair there. Not because of, they didn't even worry about what the price is because that time we used to charge 40 rand,
Oh yeah.
right? Then we used to cut here on the day before Christmas. Then me and this man is like bad boys for life. We used
Bad
to
boys
stand
for
back to
life,
back,
yeah.
né?
Sy's binne jou moe.
And the customers are the people that, because there was no aircon and, you know, the
Bro.
customers are the people that buying you a cool drink or they come in here with a score for you because they know die ouens gaan nou aankap en hulle wil hê die ouens moet sê, "Haai, my hand is gesluk uit nie." They don't want that. They want you to work. They want you to cut. They want the hair to be cut. They want to look decent. They want to go out there knowing that everything is
Dit is
cool.
van 'n brood, dit is van 'n ryte brood. Ja, nee, brood het nog weer vir julle so 'n stukkie hoe sy vibe is in die barber. wat hy bring by die baba. Hy contribute self. Nee, kykie, this bro contribute himself. He comes with many things. Dis maar nee, kykie, top baba. Top baba, hardworking. Die man kan druk op die ding. Ons praat van week. Ons kan getuig van ons praat van ons is babas. Ek is 'n baba lank. Hy is 'n baba lank. As ons praat van babas wat rug en rug week, ons het geweek man. Ons het geweek. Soos julle weet, julle ken my, ek is 'n man wat baie week, ek is hardwerkend. Dis mense wat kan getuig ons het geweek. Dit kan 12 vir die aan is. Ons maak nog altyd die beste van die situasie. Ons lag en breek ons nog altyd in ons moed.
3 o'clock aan,
3 o'clock in die nag,
as
ja.
er so 5 Pakistaanse
Yes. Jy moet weet die faiez kom uit.
en hulle almal wil op breadwinner se hek die.
Yes, the breadwinner. Sy kykie, sy betaal ekstra geld nou.
Ja.
Jy betaal nou ekstra
Ek sê
geld
vir
vir
hulle
brood.
maar ekstra.
Ekstra geld.
Ek sê vir hulle
Maar jou
maar-
feit kon nie uit so zijn. Anders zijn nog 250 betaal het. Na as jy so paat.
Ah,
Sy is laat, ek kan nie meer lekker sien nie.
Ja.
Sy moet nog vat dat sy kry. Sy betaal net met 2 eksies om hier thuis. Dat is mooi sê. Ek kyk, as ek my broer as brood sny, hy is nie nou een nag hy aan mense hare pla barang. Ek kyk so, ek sê, "Bo, man, hy broer daar." Hy sê hulle kom, julle laat jy hulle nog wel kom. Hy sê op te sny.
Ja. ek
Maar
sê
na
vir
kyk die
hulle-
brood sê hulle, hoe is jou vibe? Wat bring sy? Hoe is sy? Almal like ons vir jou in die baba.
Ja, ek is nou net my normal self elke dag. As ek opstaan, oggend ek op baba toe. Selfde ding, ek is myself.
Wie is jouself?
Ja,
Sê jouself.
ek is maar net myself. So, ek sal kom in die baba en ek sal nou vra, hey, is hulle right? Whatever, kom in 'n vibe of hulle kan sien, nee.
Ja, iemand het tyd op. Hy is al sommer tyd, hy's mos so.
Ja, nee. Ek sien
Hoe
my
is dit, jongen?
guys, like sisters hier of so.
Awe.
Ek sien eerste ding vir my koepels sisters, ek kos my many sisters.
As jy move ja.
So, right. Nou ek sal ja, as jy nie tussen weg.
Sarah toe Disselweg.
Disselweg se sisters.
Wat is
Ons
op
is elke
sisters?
dag sisters hier in die baba.
En Sarah toe Ibtisam. Ja, antie
Ja,
van die donuts aan die lana aan die kant.
Ja, elke dag het ons sisters hier in die plek. Ja, but die vibe wat ek altyd bring is as ek in my kraam vind, as ek is besig om te werk, so ja. Ek like altyd lekker music speel. Dus julle kan weet ek is 'n Chris Brown fan.
Chris Brown van die
So ja, ek sal lekker music speel, ek sal lekker sing, ek sal lekker beat, hy laat vir my net lekker werk, laat my lekker voel as 'n baba. En as 'n baba as 'n lekker voel, het moet nog lekker vibes op af, jy gaan lekker sny.
Oh ja.
Ons gaan lekker werk die dag, because ons werk lang ure, ons is like van die oggend op ons voete, so ons werk lang ure tot die aan. Ja, but daai is die vibe wat ek afgee, like lekker zo in die baba, en die vibes en so op 'n Friday.
Nee, kyk ja.
Ek entertain nie die clients, you know.
Die man los so begin hoor hy kop, né? As laat hy man gou vir jou 'n stuk paar flikies in die baba, dan soela hy man. Dan dinge sy man gou daar vinnig. Right? Trek hy man se sweet uit kaal boste. As hy gaan
As dit so stil is.
Ja.
As dit stil is in die baba. En ek is gewoon alleen. Ek gooi gepoei op die grond. Right? Dan sit ek my phone aan, dan record ek vir myself. Dan begin ek maar nou Michael Jackson naam wat sy speel. Ek weet nie wat is hy, Billie Jean. Ek speel maar nou Michael Jackson naam wat yes, so begin ek so met my pisang.
Awe.
Laat ek Michael Jackson moon ook met die pisang soos ek al uitvier. Ek ken ek nie haar op. En ja, hulle vang alles op camera. Ja, nee, baby mamas. Ja, nee, sometimes as a difficult as in 'n week met 'n kind nou, like jy weet in die baby mama, van die kind se maas nog jonk. Sy moet nou deel met die kind en sometimes hulle weet nie nog hoe om die kind te handle, jy weet. Dat sy moet nou speel, maar sy moet nou maak om sy nou die kind se pa. Sy moet nou handle, sy moet nou die kind handle om sy die kind se pa.
Hij was eendag moes wat hy een laat wat hy kind se ma inkom. Toe wat die ma inkom tussen sy moes met die kind aan. En die ma hoor net hy skryf vir jou daddy. Hy sê vir die kinders,
Dada,
Kom hier, tata. Kom hier, tata. Hier kom die man en hy die kinders net vir hom so, tata, tata.
Ja.
Kyk hier,
Maar
ja.
jy weet, sometimes die kinders hulle jy weet hulle is miskien nou jy kan nie vir hulle like control nie man, jy moet vir hulle mindset free.
Oh ja.
So jy kan nie nog jy kan nie 10 aan hulle gaan as 10 aan as hulle nou smaak en voel om nog nie op die baba stoel te sit nie en hy wil dat op die couch gaan sit. So ek is wel net so ek gaan nou nie met tyd wys om vir hom te kan try om te kan bring na die stoel toe nie. Ek follow sommer vir hom en ek solank ek weet ek kan klaarmaak. Sy mind is free. Ek kan oral roep en sy hare gesny. So
Okay guys, so julle het nog 'n hoof van brood van faiez van brein. Kyk hier, dis barbershop is kak van nie. Like yo, literally, julle sien altyd op TikTok. Gaan op TikTok en as julle sien op gentspride se TikTok en wat praat ons nou van die malligheid. But nonetheless, kyk in baie gevalle man in most situations, barbers don't like to cut. They have this tendency of not cutting the children's hair. Man. It's something they hate. But you know what? If you know how to cut children's hair, that actually make you the actual barber, because that is how you actually learn perfecting the skill with all the, you know, the difficulties they go on and they buckle and
that actually makes you a barber.
that makes you a
Professional,
barber.
yeah.
How to control your blade and everything
How
in
to
the
be flexible.
difficult time and positions.
En
How they sit.
reflex, ja, the
Ja,
reflexes.
reflex soos brood sê. Maar nou as jy sien reflex volgens
Reflex is like finessing. Finesse.
kyk hier. Hoor hier. Wat kyk hier. Kyk hier.
I always say finesse cuts. Finesse.
Nee, kyk hier kyk hier. My stukkie man. My stukkie altyd brood wit miskien nie, maar nou ek kyk so in my geval ne. Brood wietie. Brood sal miskien vir my 'n bom los enige tyd man. Nou hy weet nie die mense vang my for appointments like for the children man. Even first timers, you don't know. Then I book all the children. Kyk, but you know what? It's actually quiet man because he like this vibes man. He likes. I'm not saying he have a lot of girlfriends or whatever. He's just a guy. He likes he likes ladies man. He do have a steady girlfriend. But like in the barber, you vibe like that. You like to, you know, vibe with the lightest mommy and whatever. So enige tyd as jy maat tyd gee, nou wil hy miskien nie.
Wel hy ook nie.
Kyk nie maar.
Ek is ook 'n baby. Ek is ook 'n baby. Ek is 'n barber. Ek is 'n barber.
Like hier.
Give that man some milk.
Give that man a milk.
Kyk hier, kyk hier soos man. Ek mis niks in die barber nie. Nou. Ek mis niks nie. Ek is hy person, ek kyk of al die hekke reg is. Ek kyk of alles hoe hulle kontak maak met almal in die barber. As afro mense so kyk ek almal se oë en ek reik sien daai almal is fokus op hulle hekke. As sien ek na Reine se oë gaan deur die hele tyd, dan wys ek vir hom ek wat's vir jou. Sien jy, ek sien hy move. Ek kyk na Reine nou begin ons te praat en so oë en wat ewe. Dis almal die positive vibes en die funny moments wat ons het. Like die funniest moment vir my is like wanneer die maat tik vir man en hulle trim die kinders se hare. Kyk hier. Hy man kan nie. Hy man kan nie hier kyk. Ek kom hy ryk mos hy breast milk, dan sien jy nou. Hy ryk hy breast milk. Kyk hier, hy tik net jare toe hy suiker nou. Net toe hy suikertjies. But guys, yo, we actually came to the end of the episode. So, yo, it was lekker actually to have the boys here and talk a bietjie nonsense. Met almal se stukkies en se bietjies en se characteristics wat nou ingeskop het. Ja, kyk guys, man, as julle wat kyk en like the viewers like barbershop owners, try to have this, bring this into your workspace. Lekker moments man. Kom sommer met 'n drinkie weg toe vir almal of kom sommer met 'n paar kusjies. Lekker maak dit lekker môre vir hulle en hy miskien 'n liter melk of almal, you know. But kyk guys, it's been a lekker episode. It's been a lekker show now. Lekker gesels en whatever. So I just want like each of them must give just a short, like literally short. Like a 1 minute, like hoe kan ek nou
Send off.
ja, lekker send off, like positive send off, like mainly for the barbers. for those who think this barbering is easy, it's not easy. We make it look easy. Like they say, teamwork makes the dream work. That's actually die waarheid. Leave that colored mentality of, nah, ek werk aan 'n man ryk, sy werk nie aan 'n man ryk. Sy werk eintlik vir jou kaal. Because sy wil nie werk saam met hy mense nie. But faiez, sy kan miskien jou 5 sien in die boot gooi.
I think remain true to yourself. Focus on you. Focus on your craft. Don't be afraid to take constructive criticism.
Oh yeah.
The person is there to assist you, to help you to better yourself. If you can't take
Kakarakters.
Laat ek gewoon my sê, if you can't take constructive criticism. Hoe was hy? So if you can't take constructive construction workers, then you take workers that pack shelves.
Can track the ball.
Yeah, if you can't take that big word, then your place is not in the barber or in any other business, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about bettering yourself, bettering your craft. I think that is all that I can say. En moet die gas dit wees op mekaar nie, man. Wees nice met mekaar, wees lekker.
100%.
Encourage die person, gee my lift as jy sien hy die barber. En sê vir hom as sy voete ryk.
Ja, yay.
Sê vir hom, kyk hier my broer. Jy kan nie so vir die customers sê of my broer.
Jou voete is baie
Take that constructive criticism.
communicative.
Sabella. Isn't it? So,
Hou nou op man, gee my man 'n kans.
positive vibes.
Gee my 'n kans om te praat.
Positive vibes.
Ja, Brian, sit net so jou motivation vir die young.
Just be lekker, man. And for the new customers, don't scam me. Come sit in the same. Yeah. Positive vibes. Starting from the bottom to the top. Nice, guys. Hou net dat. Prik. Verder aan sy wit. Ze kan ook nooit genoeg geld maken, man. So, whether ze werken in de barbershop, in after hours, nog altijd die bak kan verdienen. Go get the bag, man.
Get the bag.
Secure the bag.
Get the bag. Hoor jy hulle nou 750 cent. Icon. Sien sy? wie breadwinner.
No, breadwinner.
Okay, right guys. Was 'n lekker show, lekker conversation, lekker topic, lekker bietjie background on all the barbers. So yeah, thanks to all the barbers that came out and took the time out to come have this sit with me here on my show, so to say. My show. One more thing.
Shout out breadwinner.
Thank you for
TPT.
Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the space that you've given us to perfect our craft. I mean,
I must say thank you.
I
must thank the boys for pulling through all the years with me.
Thank you.
You know what?
Because op die einde van die dag het ek at least geweet ek kan hier kom.
Oh yeah.
Right? Wat het swaar gegaan het op tye. Then I know I can come here. Right? So vir daai, dankie bro.
Nah, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, night guys. So that is a wrap. That is the episode. That's for tonight. Was lekker, but yeah, we out.
The Barberology CPT Lounge.